because there is something we would like to commission, and that is CXO Cywayz vision and mission. Well, yes, this is one of those that we have been waiting for, something we were looking forward to. This will be hosted by, of course, Mr. Naveen Tham, cybersecurity leader and mentor, and we will also have Bala Ramanan, AVP Risk and Compliance, Microland.
Thank you so much for having me here, maybe as a speaker. But we don't take much time, and we want to pick it up. Just would like to have a Sri on the stage. Sri, please join us.
Could we request for one more mic, please?
Yeah. Folks, maybe from the morning, just where we have seen a lot of stuff, a lot of initiatives. It's maybe, the short, really we wanted to run through what we are doing, who we are, and what is the value addition just we are bringing as an individual, or as a society, or the country. No, it's on the nutshell, really just we wanted to cover and then take it forward. We are Section 8 company. It's a purely non-profit organization, and it's a close to 11, 9 plus 1 just in terms of the CIO and then CISOs, where we are doing the tremendous work, and I can say it's a very thankless job, like in terms of the people are fully committed, but in terms of we have the bigger, the contributions. And we have a lot of initiatives, from the end-to-end standpoint. See, this picture itself represents. So we have been seen, right? After seeing, let us take, you wanted to have let us take some sweets, let us take a gulab jamun. And wherever you go, you like a gulab jamun, right? But after some time, just eating gulab jamun, just you'll hate that stuff, which you may not like it to have it, right? That aspects, from cybersecurity standpoint, just where we have seen what are the things we should not see, what are the things we can see, we have seen the extreme. So everybody have a close to 20, 23 years. I mean, of course, a veteran, close to 30 plus, looks like young. It's like a huge experience just where, just we have and, seen that. That's what we thought, maybe why don't we do something for the, the community? And that's purely for the, let's start with the CIOs and then CISOs, then we can pull CTO. That's what we name it as a CXO. And down the line, it will scale up for the, the multiple sectors. So we started with where we are stronger and then how we wanted to, move on. And just maybe I'll have a quick stuff in terms of, this is 9 giants, like in terms of put a lot of efforts behind this. And it's a bigger team, it's everybody's working as a CIOs and then CISOs in the different sector, different domain. And we all join together, but really just still we are looking for more powerful leaders to contribute and then to add values. And this is in terms of the problem statement. Like we have a lot of challenges, but just to be picked up the bigger challenges in the industry is on the cybersecurity. As Sudarshan has told, like in terms of digital India, and then in terms of the digital movement, whatever it is, things are happening, really it's going to create a bigger impact. As I told, just in terms of the more digital, more over the internet, and we have a lot of challenges in terms of cybersecurity. And yearly it's only the enterprise, and now it's left out with all the laymen who are all handling. They also need to be aware in terms of the cybersecurity, what exactly they have to do from the end to end while handling any electronic device. That's what we found. It's like a more than 3.5 million shortage of stuff. And it's not on the development side, it's purely on the cybersecurity skill standpoint, we have a huge challenges. And each cybersecurity skill, the people are thinking, just we have approached many colleges, the people are thinking, if it is cybersecurity, it means only hacking. Us all, we know that we have more than 25 domains in the cybersecurity. Earlier, if you have a network and switch, that's called the, security. And if you have a CCNA, then you are the great at in terms of security. Now it's absolutely gone. Things have changed. Now it is, we got into the multiple domain, and that's what it's a value addition. And second biggest problem statement is, we are not finding the quality skilled workforce. As you would have hired, like what are things, just they might be knowing some keywords or something, but when you ask them to do something, they have a belief on, I have a Google, I have a AA, I can get things done, right? So that aspect, just we thought how we can create a quality workforce, right? So we have a lot of trees, but the trees have to yield the fruits, right? The trees have to give like what is meant for that. So that aspect, just we plan like how we can make a quality workforce, and that will give a creative stuff from the the upcoming standpoint. And third, very interesting stuff is I came from tier 3 cities. for me, it has taken close to 24 years to reach such a situation. For the upcoming generations, really, we don't want to give that much time, right? In terms of whatever it is. So just what are the knowledge we have gained? What are the experience? What are the essence? What are things in terms of the best practice? What are the benchmark we have it? So why don't we share it with us upcoming workloaders and then upcoming, the workforces? So that's a key thought where we have, the plan and how we wanted to, take it forward. And fourth very interesting point is there is a lot of, the communications gap between I can say the manufacturer and then consumer. The manufacturer is in terms of the colleges, consumer is of course the industry. They make like it's a percentage, the placement. Once it is done, done. But are they ethically, it's like a well equipped in terms of what it is industry need? Definitely not. Because you would have seen, right? When we work, like we never seen on the timing. We look on this quality. We work on this overnight in terms of your shift. Morning we come, before manager comes and then ensure that things are taken care. That's the level of work we put it. But here it's a time, 6:37, it's done. Next day, because I need a work-life balance, right? That's what it's done. Really just to make them aware like where it is, how it is, what is right, what is wrong, what level you can, balance, your life, right? That aspect. So that way just to be broad, it like, of course, we have many problems, but this is like a key stuff we planned and then how we can, add value on that. Maybe Steve would like to.
So, looking at, an ever-changing, ever-evolving technology landscape, what's very important for us to focus is these three things. There is institutions, educational institutions, which have molded all of us, and that is evolving in pace, keeping in pace with the changing technology and evolving technology. And this has to, there is a huge demand on educational institutions today to keep pace with the industry changes. You have to have an industry-ready resource to be deployed. Because people who come from, educational institutions, they used to have 1.5, maybe even 3 years to get into the groove. Not anymore. Today, a third-year student is able to deliver, or even the final year student is perhaps a little better than some of the starting engineers. So that's the pace, and you need to have a sharper skill. As technology keeps changing, one thing common is change, and these guys have to learn things faster and faster. So the whole technology of learning itself will change. And you cannot say, I will learn only the latest. And you have to start from scratch every time and then, sharpen your learning skills and get into specialized training. So specialization used to happen for experienced people, not anymore. It happens at first year today, first year of your engineering or whatever course a student is doing. The next thing is tech adoption for industries. You have to, keep up with the change, otherwise you are going to be extinct. You have to optimize. You have to have the advantage of being ahead of the industry through your alliances, right? And this is where industry requires more and more of bodies to come and help them. And then last but not the least is the workforce. You have to enable them to reskill themselves, move ahead to change their skill sets in line with the expectations, in line with the domain that the industry is working in. And then each one of them will have an aspiration. And if they stay without aspiration, they're going to be outdated. So their aspirations have to be met. Now, these are the three major things we saw. And then, okay, which one do we choose? You can't choose among all the three. Let's choose all the three. And that's how CXO Cywayz came in.
Awesome, Sri. So this is, moreover, right now the industry is running on, the degree-based, in terms of workforce, right? But just what we are thinking is, the down-the-line degree doesn't matter. So ultimately, you are skill-based, and then you are fine to do just solve the problem, just you are fit to the problems, right? You are fit into the solutions, whichever things just if you wanted to have it. So that's why we very strongly believe, like really, we have to drive the skill-based, not degree-based, not certificate-based. So that aspects only just we thought like how we can connect the three dots in terms of the industry, institution, and then workforce, how we can enhance and the quality of the seats, right? We can have a multiple trees, but the seeds has to yield it what you wanted, right? So that aspects we want to have the quality seeds be for the upcoming, generation, and then from there we want to take it out. And Bala just would like to convey from the industry standpoint at high level for the CISOs and then CEO really what we are thinking.
So thanks, Navneet. Thanks, everyone. Am I audible? So here, one of the, apart from the major things, whatever Navneet and Sri has been explaining, the most important thing is how do you prepare a person to, face a particular situation. We say leadership skills, right? So when we say leadership skills, we wanted to follow the path of what they don't teach you in the Harvard Business School types. Why? Because we walk the whole 9 yards. Today, what this 9-member team, this council members, each of us have walked through, 25 years plus, each one of us. We wanted to put our combined energy into this. We wanted to bring more leaders into this, like Naidu sir, Verma sir, come here, talk about it, and we want to educate the rest of the folks. We need to move as one single team to rest of the world. It's one single country. So that's very, very important when you're talking about leadership skills. And we want to groom from the bottom, be it students, be it the workforce, be it the people who are actually at the senior positions who are supposed to have leadership skills. Leadership skills doesn't come just like that. You need to be in a situation, which we will be talking after the role play also. And being part of, the second part is the students community, right? We want to inject early into the entire cycle, right? How do you prepare the students to face a better tomorrow? Like Navneet said today, it took him 24 years to stand here, right? The next generation could be, it may take maybe 10 years to be there. Today, if we are going to have that kind of a goal, if we have to prepare great people, great CISOs, what is needed? So we want to inject these things into their curriculum, be it part of them, so that they understand how an organization looks like. Today, like Sri said, when we say security, all we think about is entry level is VAPT, and that's it, which means I know about something about security. But when they come into an organization, the organization has got a procurement team, a marketing team, an HR team, there's a legal team, there's a compliance team, there's an audit team, there's a risk team. They have no clue about it. How do they understand how an organization works? If a person understands how an organization works, and the person who defines the controls should know the business context. So this is where we bring this part of it. Third one is again community sharing. This platform, the CXO Cywayz platform, is where the mentor-mentee relation which we want to bring in. I can be a mentor, I can be a mentee also. I can learn from someone. I can also teach someone, whatever I know. It is not about, do I need to teach someone or do I need to learn something? It is about whatever you have, keep sharing it. Platform is there, free to register. Once you onboard yourself there, you will see like-minded people who want to learn. And you give and you also take. It's a two-way process. Most of them have found it very interesting. It's an upcoming portal. Please register yourself, check out that. What do you know?
Yeah, awesome, Bala. So moreover, it's very simple, right? As rightly Paula told, as a CEO or CISO, we may know something, but it's my counterpart who is sitting over there. He may be knowing something different than what I know, right? I love to learn. I have just an open mindset, like I want to learn. Then only this growth will be on the upward as well as on the downward, right? So that aspect just where we have created the mentorship platform. Just what are the issues and challenges you have, you can put it. What are the solutions you know this, you can put it that like overall they wanted to have it benefited, mutually will get benefited, and then move on that. This is a very high level, like where we have 1,000+ CIOs and then CISOs as part of our platform. And as of now, just where we are running in India and then Dubai as well as in the Singapore, but just India, it's like very aggressively just we started how we can increase the list of the folks and the leadership to add value from this end-to-end standpoint. And in terms of the conference and workshops, as rightly Bala told, the conference workshop purely to engage the people to understand what are the problem statement they have it, how we can solve it, right? It's probably for the society as well as for the country. That's a value additions and then collaboration just where we are making from the end-to-end standpoint. Then of course, state-wise, we are working with mostly on the Kerala and Tamil Nadu just of course we started. And of course, Telangana, just where we have the strong presence, and in terms of the Karnataka, just we made it as another great impact on that. South, we are making, of course, we are Mumbai, just where we are making in terms of the initial talk, like how we can contribute for the the upcoming workforce as well as for the existing the environment, right? So there are also things are going on the bigger way. This is like most of the as a mentee, what are the problems we have it? Like, of course, the people will thinking we have a LinkedIn. On the LinkedIn, just I can go and talk to that. To tone and touch on the LinkedIn, if you want to pick up something else, it's not so easy, right? Unless you know that guy, you will not accept, first of all, your invitation. If you accept it also, it's not so easy to get his mobile number. If you picking up this mobile number also, just you don't, opportunity to talk in each other. That's what we thought, it's like the bigger problem, like why don't we get addressed? Like as an individual, I can tell openly, like I have a free bandwidth for weekly 30 minutes or 1 hour, you can come and talk like whatever you wanted to have it. You have the problems in terms of the budgeting, in terms of the problem board presentation, or in terms of the problem with your peers, like which are the way from the technically and then functionally, we are happy to help you and then add value. At the same time, this is not only on this eating, right? It's in terms of feeding also. Where you are good at, you can come on board, you can give the input to the other folks. It's like another common plate, right? You can take, you can feed. That's the way just where we are looking. This is, of course, mostly Bala had covered from the university. See, as an individual, just I'm part of close to 24 universities board of studies, where we are revamping the syllabus, like what should be it is required, and then how needs to be taken care as industry wanted, right? That's the way we thought. Like as individual, we are doing this 24, this university. Why don't we go for the bigger way? All the CIOs, CISOs, they have a bigger bandwidth. Like what best they can contribute. Like after 50 years, you think about it. Maximum CIO, CEO, the goal is like good marriage, 2 kids, 1 or 2 kids. Then it's maybe 1 apartment, then 1 car, right? Mostly our goal is done another 10, 15 years. But after that, what else? We have to drive something else, right? So that's what it is a goal which will be, keep running your mind, what best we can add and then, move forward. Because that will give a great satisfaction than money. Even though if you get like a 2.5 crore, and what are the things you do, this satisfaction is nowhere equivalent to that actually. So that we, we have a great satisfaction from the, the end to end. And this is like an initiative where we are calling this the tech tack and the guest lectures, and wherever we have the the internship mentorship, where we can give the great value additions to the the upcoming courses from the end to end. Then couple of universities, of course, we are talking how we can do the research in between both the universities and colleges, and then what are the problem statement industry have it, how this university and college can get solved, right? So those areas also just where we're pitching in and connecting on that. And this is a mentorship platform. As Bala had mentioned, we have CXO Once you log in, you can be a mentor, you can be a mentee. One person can be on both the sides, right? So that way just you can get it, just where you can add values, what are the free time, and where we have given close to 25 problems as of now. Of course, we have a huge, you can choose what are things you are good at, and then what are things just how we can make it up, right? So that aspect just where we can do the value additions, from the end to end. This is very interesting. Of course, very soon we'll be launching across India, but it's the heads up really we wanted to give it. The major companies, now we have the challenges in terms of disclosing the problems, right? Really, I don't know whether just I have the problems or not. First of all, I don't know whether I have a problem. Second, if I have a problem, I don't know to whom I have to communicate, right? The challenge behind this, so we have a certain, of course, it's an awesome organization, it's regulated a lot. But the bigger challenge is, if you go and tell like saying that I may have a problem, then there will be a backfire. What are the controls you have? They will be digging. All the organizations may not have the 100% of control what regulatory entity have it. So that, of course, it should have it, but however, it might not be, right? Because of the financial and then other constraints. So that aspect, they are not sure like whether am I being attacked or maybe still there is a problem. Or it's like, perception. So that level of stuff, the people where we are launching the hotline, and maybe any organization, any CIO, they can call this hotline. The hotline will connect it to there's a PMO from the CXO Cywayz, and they will connect it to the close to 15 leaderships already we have formed. They are the awesome SME on, let us take a EDR. EDR, they'll be the extreme in the EDR. If you take a SOC, they'll be the extreme in terms of the SOC. So that's why we have divided the domain. So we understand where is the problem. Once we understand the problem, then we'll route it to the respective SME, like who can solve the problem. That's on the first trade concept. Once first level of analysis done, then we may feel like this need a further work. Then where we are doing a collaborations with the multiple OEMs. So this is a way, of course, where we are going to talk with KPMG in terms of the IR side, just they can take, of course, the backup side rubric. It's like many organizations where in the collaborations to add values on the free of cost. So with this, yeah, Bala, any points, Bala?
There's a very specific reason why we wanted to do this particular thing, because apart from the other initiative, this is something which is immediate for us, because we have been through a lot of trouble. We have helped our friends. We know so many of the CISOs and CIOs who have been into trouble. And the problem is, when they reach out to respective OEMs where they say, bridge response, you can please connect. There's no problem with the individual OEMs. I mean, their intention is to really help you guys. But the flip side is, they don't understand the business context. Because they are a point solution or a point, to a certain scope only they address the particular technological issue. And they may not understand the banking architecture types or the dependencies, or if you're going to talk about a pharma versus a manufacturing versus a college or a hospital, the implications are very different. Where to look for, what to protect, because we have been through a lot of challenges. We have learned it the hard way. We want to make life simple for so many people. So most of the time what happens is, this is the second block is where people lose a lot of time. Why? Because what is the implication of it? How do I quickly figure it out? You may want to figure it out. The intent is very, very clear, but you may not have all the knowledge to, get into the actual aspect of it. And that is where we wanted to use our expertise and our past mistakes, whatever we learned, and whatever our friends have been through it, we wanted to do that. In fact, the next session is about role play, where there are going to be certain discussions, and we're going to present one actual case being presented of an actual attack. The person who went through the entire whole 9 yards, he's going to sit and he's going to describe it. So that's something.
Bala, if I may interject, this is like the bug bounty for incident. And like how in bug bounty you have an agreement, a binding for allowing trusted people to come in, your CXO Cywayz is the trusted partner who will provide the experimental knowledge or the whatever experiential knowledge that you need to deal with the incident.
Thanks, Sri.
Awesome, awesome, Sri, and then Bala, for the tremendous effort, what it's behind that. And thank you so much for being here, and really we're glad to have you as part of this mentorship platform. And what are the best contributions, right? If you put maybe the entire sentence, if you come and put instead of full stop, if you put a comma, that also makes sense, because it's a lot of meaning, right? It's maybe from full stop to the comma, but it has a huge meaning in between the two words and two lines, right? That way we are expecting a lot of great mentors. And what best, right? You can pick up a coffee in the, the weekend, just 30 minutes, and then you come at a general chart, like what exactly you wanted, how we can add it, right? That's where you can start. Then we'll evolve. Where and all we can add value, and then we can take it forward. So we'll start with small drops, but we have a very strong confidence the drops will become an ocean, and definitely may not be in our generation, but definitely someone will be keep driving like where we left, and then from there it will be keep moving on there. Thank you, gentlemen and the ladies, and really looking forward for the wonderful support, and wish you all the best for all the interviewers. What do you have? Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.